All right, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Shop and Tread Talk podcast. My name is Anise, and as usual, we got Frank with us. Frank, how you doing, buddy?
Excited today to be here today for sure.
All right, we have
Doing
some
good.
special guest today. Frank, why don't you introduce our two guests here?
Well, I only know John. John, we met at Tools in Pennsylvania, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and just excited to have John on the podcast with us. And he brought someone else along, Dawn. Very nice to have you with us, and I think that we're going to have a great time today, just talking about the industry and talking about where we all are and what we all do. So, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
John, I
Yeah,
think I met you in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken, right? Were you
yes, you
there at
did.
Vision? Yeah, that's right.
Right. What did we go to? It's Vision, right?
Vision, yeah.
Vision, yeah.
He's
Seems
wearing
like
a shirt,
I
full throttle.
had to wear my shirt today.
Yeah,
Should have worn my Vision shirt.
No, they were actually giving out last year's shirts too, so I even have one of those.
There you go.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll be able to make a blanket out of it. Just get all the shirts, sew them together. There you go.
If I can take that much time off to go to Vision every year, then I'm winning. So,
to get enough shirts to make a blanket, that'd be a lot.
I would hate to think I'm too busy to take off to go to Vision. That is such the best trade show in the central part of America. I couldn't imagine missing that trade show. There's so many connections and networking opportunities to be made there. Even if you just go for a couple days,
Yeah.
it's a must attend deal. If you're in the repair industry for the automotive, what an opportunity.
Didn't I hear say that Vision is like huge compared to Tools?
It's 10 times the size of Tools.
4,500
gosh.
people, I believe, right,
So
John?
we had, there's 3,800 people there this last year. Okay.
Wow.
And the first week of March, always the first week of March. And Tools only had 400.
Man.
So
Okay.
but listen, don't let that bother you, because when the classes start, the halls and everything's vacant. There's nobody there. They're
Yeah.
all in training. The training classes can have as little as 10 people in a class or as much as 300 people in a class easily. Okay.
Wow.
They use ballrooms for some of the classes. Cecil Bullard, Aaron Stokes,
Yep.
Rick White, all them guys usually would have 300 people in a class really easy. I've
Seth's
seen the
class
day
was
they had
completely
400.
full. And was it Seth's AI class? That class was jam packed full.
It was standing room only from what I heard. Right.
That's a class I'd like to take, an AI class, because I think that, like you said, Anise, a lot of that is coming up and it's going to take a lot of effort to learn how to do and then let it do its thing properly.
Well,
The
you may
great
have a
thing
chance,
about Vision, it's still small enough that you get to meet new people and you get to know new people and you see different people new. There was only 1,500 new attendees this year.
yeah.
1,500 new first-time attendees. That's amazing. That's just awesome. And to
a lot
have
of
that
people.
kind of support, that's just. And I got to meet half of them. Wearing my gold jacket and my gold and passing out stuff. They come
Hard to
love
miss
on
you
me.
there.
No one's going to forget you, that's for sure.
Oh no. Oh
Good
no.
luck.
Frank, you were talking about that AI class. Actually, Mike Allen from Confessions of a Shop Owner, he's actually hosting Seth. I think in June or July. I'd have to check, but he's actually hosting him there in North Carolina for, I think it's a 2-day class on AI.
That's going to
So
be cool. I haven't heard about that yet. So is
yeah, I think
that
it's
public now?
yeah, it's public. So I believe it's don't quote me on, it, but I believe it's $8.99, something like that for
Uh-huh.
the 2 days. But like I said, Seth's class I went to was probably one of the best classes I took at Vision.
Seth who?
Seth Thorson.
I want to make sure you say his last name so everybody else knows who we're talking about. I had known Seth Seth's been in the scene since I was a kid, and I've sat in a lot of his classes. He's a great instructor. I love
Really
him to
nice
death.
guy. In fact, like I've actually reached out to him a few times after, just recently even, and he responds and stuff. And he's a handy guy to know, that's for sure.
Yes, he is. So just a great person, great human being. I love being around him. I love his power. I love what he brings to the table.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of AI, I'm a little interested here. Are y'all currently utilizing AI, both like business or even personally?
Dabbling a little bit in it personally, but nothing in the business yet. Uh,
Yeah. I'm using it for the most part. A lot of it with my kids. They want these ridiculous pictures and stuff made of both of them surrounded by fried chicken at Popeyes or something like that. But when it comes to work and everything, I'm trying to implement what I did learn. Basically, Seth was teaching you can take like if you go into Techmetric and you go into the Carfax, you can copy and paste that Carfax into it, and then basically have your AI agent scan through it and see what's coming up according to the Carfax. So I haven't done a whole lot of that. I should. I've just been too busy, but
you,
those are kind of the next steps that I want to do.
you've been using it to diagnose vehicles, I can tell. The
I,
other day when we were on the phone, remember that conversation with the no start? I said to Margarita, I said he's using AI and looking up.
that actually I wasn't. I had some ideas.
I
That
kind
actually I wasn't. I was
that
He was
that
using.
one.
using Google AI.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
actually had some ideas. I'm not a
yeah,
mechanic, but over 20 years, I get at least 2 or 3 ideas a year.
yeah. Well, that one turned out to be just needed a reflash, believe it or not, and that was after I had already said it needed a reflash, and then the guy that programmed the key said no, it didn't need a reflash. So I went through a whole bunch of diagnosis to say,
It needs a
please come,
reflash.
please come reflash this. Guess what? It started after that. What a pain that was. So frustrating.
Hmm.
But now you're asking if I use personal AI a little bit. I used a picture today. I took a picture of my wife. She had this really cute outfit on, and then I put it in there, and I'm like, "Hey AI, can you make me a beer poster that's vintage pinup style?" Hmm. This is amazing. I love it. Imagine
Are
what it
you
could do
gonna
for my business.
share the picture with us?
No.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it. I won't share it on here.
Oh boy.
All the viewers are gonna be wondering.
Yeah. Reach out to
Hmm.
me on my platforms and I'll share
You better
There
put a
you go.
paywall behind that. Make some money. Put a paywall
it.
up.
So I have a
Yeah.
great grandniece that's doing a bunch of AI stuff for me. Does that count?
I do a little bit. It's a slippery slope with AI. Not so much, more with the younger generation. The younger generation is very wary of it. More specifically when it comes to like the art forms of it. So I don't know if y'all are hear about this, but or if they've talked about it in any of your classes. I haven't been able to attend an AI class yet, but the younger generation is hesitant to do business with businesses utilizing AI. Even more so when it comes to digital marketing. Have y'all heard of this at all?
No, that's interesting.
Yes. I personally even won't, if I see a company utilize digital like AI and their pictures, I will be hesitant in working with them. And the way I try to explain this, especially for shop owners, is think of it like this. The big push is artists. When you go to them, you commission something, they draw something for you, and it's kind of taken away work from them. It's utilizing samples from artists and creating an image. It's kind of like when customers will go to insert shop name here or insert part name here to get a diag, right, to run codes instead
Yep.
of going to the shop. It's kind of like taking work away from people.
Hmm.
So the
Yeah,
younger generation will get irritated and not want to work with companies that utilize AI for marketing digitally.
So I've
I
heard
can
a lot
appreciate it.
about people using AI as like to answer the phones and go through a bunch of that process in the beginning. To me personally, I can understand that if I called a place and I know that I'm talking to AI and AI is being like asking me all these questions too, I might just be like, be
Yep.
done
Yep.
with it.
Have
Right?
y'all
Exactly.
y'all are in Canada, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Have y'all gotten the systems yet for drive-through windows where they have AI for the drive-through?
It starts off at some of the drive-through, like at I don't know if you noticed, Frank, at Tim's, you'll have like the same exact voice.
Dude, I
Uh,
never go to Tim's.
well, so
If
here,
if they If they relied on me, they'd have been out of business years ago.
The first 5 or 6 seconds, they'll say like, "Welcome to Tim Hortons. I'll be with you in just a second,"
Oh yeah.
and it's not a real person. But then the next person that starts talking sounds nothing like them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you automatically feel like starting to talk because you hear a person come up and start talking. But yeah, it's going to be getting more intuitive, and there's different companies that are actually specializing in drive-through AI, where there's not even going to be a person taking your order anymore. It's going to be an AI voice taking your whole order and computing it into something and spitting it out when you get to the first window.
Yeah.
I
We
mean, I
have
can
that
kind
here
of see
already
that. Yeah, I can
with
kind of see that as being a useful thing sometimes, because sometimes you can't hear each other. If the speaker's crackly or something like that. But if AI is being able to listen to that, that might be a good thing. It might
Well,
get
if
you
you
more
visit
information.
Tim Hortons a little more often, they'd be able to afford the better software. Frank,
Not
that
from this
helps.
guy. Mm-mm. I don't drink coffee.
no coffee. Do you tea?
Nope.
No caffeine? You're just
Uh,
raw dogging life?
I'm getting old enough that I have to drink some energy drinks once in a while, but
Ah, okay.
Oh,
no,
jeez. I
no.
can't even
I
start my day without coffee.
years ago, I had somebody ask me, and I told them I didn't drink coffee, and they looked at me. They looked at me with absolute bewilderment and amazement, and they couldn't understand it. And they're like, "How do you have energy in the morning?" And I said, "I don't know. I wake up." I'm like, I just get up and I go. Like, I didn't know that I needed to have something to give me energy to get up and go in the morning.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just weird. Not been part of my life.
My energy just goes and goes and goes all the time.
Yeah,
And
you have a lot of energy, John.
if I
Yeah, he
do
does.
coffee, it's bad.
Yeah,
You know, and it gets real bad sometimes. So I'm like you. I don't have to have coffee. I got it going all the time.
yeah, yeah. Well, and then they're like, "What do you drink? What do you drink during the day? Water?
Water.
Really? People drink water?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, so do you drink pop? I don't know. Sometimes with a meal, but not really. No. Uh, Apparently, I was weird that way, but what it is.
I'm with you, Frank. I'm weird like that. This
Yeah.
drink I'm drinking right here is cran apple juice and tonic water, and the tonic water is to take care of my cramps in my legs. Doctor told me to drink 4 ounces a day. Well, I've got to where I drink 8 ounces today now because I
Is
like the flavor. It just makes it a refreshing drink to me.
is that the answer? Because around here, apparently, the doctors don't know what the answer is for that.
Four
And
ounces
and
of
I
tonic water every day has really changed my
all
life
right.
as far as
I'll
the
have to
cramps
remember
go.
that because I've
Because
suffered with that, and that's not fun.
as we got up in age, I was talking to my doctor and I was telling him I was going to start drinking pickle juice like we did back in high school. He said, "No, no, 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 you can't do that now. You're too old for that. The
Pickle.
sodium in pickle juice is bad for you."
Yep.
He said, "It'll mess with your blood sugars and all that
Yep.
stuff." He said, "Tonic water, that's the home remedy."
Pickle
Okay.
juice?
So,
Wow. Pickle
Yeah.
juice.
and it's
That's
it's
cool.
People.
worked. I've been doing it for about a year now.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
remember that.
hmm
John,
Hey,
whereabouts your shop's in Texas, right? Whereabouts in Texas is your shop?
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas,
Hmm.
is where I'm at. Most people don't know where Fort Worth is. It's 30 miles west of
Dallas.
Dallas. It's where
Okay.
the West begins, is what they say. And it, it it's about maybe a couple million less than Dallas has in it, but Dallas is booming and growing like crazy. So they're so close together that blend. You couldn't tell if you was going from Fort Worth to Dallas at all. No way. There's no
I've been to
country
Fort Worth
between it no
years
more.
and years and years ago.
Oh,
hmm
really?
Yeah, well, I used to. I don't know if I had even had a chance to tell you, John. I used to live in Texas,
Oh,
so I was in San Antonio for about 10, 15 years.
Huge city. We just left San Antonio on our Texas two-step tour this year, the
I
last
know.
week of March. So we was there.
Coralie was there as well. I remember.
oh
Yes,
yeah.
I took them down. Dawn took us over to the Alamo. We did a little tour of the Alamo and checked that downtown San Antonio out. And
Oh,
golly, we had fun.
I should have told you to go to this restaurant downtown called Mi Tierra. I don't know if that rings a bell at all.
Tierra. I think there was we stopped a young gentleman who was doing the tour rides on the Riverwalk, right? Is
He
that San
recommended
Antonio?
that
Yeah, yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Yes.
he recommended that or the German place.
Mi Tierra is like the most famous Mexican restaurant in San
Oh,
Antonio.
yep.
It's incredible.
We'll have to try
Hmm.
that next time.
Hmm. That's nice. No, you
Nothing
guys
wrong.
put on a pretty good show there. That's from what I hear. The Texas Two Step. That's every year you guys are doing that, right?
You lead off, Don. Go ahead.
Okay.
Talk about it.
So yeah, every year we do the Texas two-step training. The last 3 years, I'm new to the team. I've only done 1 year, but we used to do 4 cities, 4 days. So we would get our instructors and we would make a whole trip out of it. We'd go see the sites and everything. This upcoming year, it is going to be 4 days. We're still working on it, so don't hold us to it. But it's going to be is it 3 or 4 days, John?
Well, we're going to start off Thursday, and we're working right now putting a golf tournament together for the automotive industry. Okay. And Friday and Saturday, we're going to have training going on. I'm working with the Fort Worth Car Museum, and it's about having dinner and everything over there one afternoon and having the museum just for us. So
That sounds
Thursday, Friday,
awesome.
Saturday, and then go home Saturday night, or stay and let's go out boot scooting Saturday night and then go home Sunday. Now, this place is Texas Star Golf Course in Euless, which is 10 minutes from DFW. We're
Okay.
like 10 minutes from the hotels. We got 5 hotels you can stay at. So it's going to be a ball. We're going to have lots of fun and lots of things to do. And we're working right now. We're trying to put this together, but we haven't settled it. Um, Tanner Markham has turned me on to this. We have a lot of technicians in the automotive industry that want to go to training that can't get away from their family because they have special needs children. Okay. So Tanner has turned us on to a group of people in Dallas that tend to special need children. And
Oh,
we're in the
cool.
talks with them about bringing them to our location at Texas Star Golf Course and setting up a care room for them so some people with special need kids can attend the event and be there for a training class or training event. So
That's
those are
groundbreaking. You never
That's
hear it.
amazing.
No one's ever done that. That's amazing.
nobody's ever done that. It's something new for the automotive industry. Hoping we can hit a home run with it. Hope we can help get some people into this training because we have what it takes to be able to go to training.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And
that on its own,
hopefully,
like that's a game changer.
Hmm.
yeah. And I mean, that was one of the biggest pain points that we heard from people who really wanted to attend, that they just they couldn't find a babysitter. They couldn't.
Yep.
And so if we can alleviate that, we want everybody to have training. We want everyone to be better. And hopefully the goal is to make the whole industry better and other events see what we're doing and they start implementing it as well.
I think you guys are onto something for sure. Because Frank, remember when I was supposed to go to Tectonic, and
Hmm.
like even before my wife hurt her arm or everything, the biggest issue
Yep.
was I got 3 young kids,
Uh-huh.
and leaving 3 young kids with my wife. Well, like they got school and everything, but then bedtime and this and that. It's a lot of stress. So besides the fact that she hurt her arm, then I had to cancel my whole trip. But if I had some kind of babysitter, like you said, or
Right.
some major help,
Child care opportunity.
childcare, even at home, or if I did end up bringing the whole family, which for that instance wouldn't have worked out, but yeah, it would have been an option that, hey, the kids are taken care of. I can go to training and reduce the stress, even if we have to pay out of our pocket a little bit, whatever, it's fine. But
If you get a bunch of people paying out of pocket, it just takes a little bit of money from each person.
yep, no, that's a,
Because
a hell of a
it's a
good idea.
yes. I think
Yeah,
it's going to work out. I really do.
I can't imagine having to had try to go to training when my kids were young.
Uh
Like
huh.
even now, I mean, they're all gone, but getting away from the shop even to go, it's like I need somebody to babysit the shop when I leave.
If we could put
And
a
but
bounce house together and some games,
oh,
for the
definitely.
ones that don't need the special need program, and we could have like let's sugar them up, let's give them cake and ice cream for the ride
Oh
home.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm all
You,
about that.
you know,
Yeah, you
Don,
sound like a
what you need to
grandfather
have
right
there,
there.
I do.
what you need to have is you just need to rent one of those game trucks. Those big trailers that they've got 50 or 60 screens in there or something like that, and they've got video games. You just rent a few of those, park them outside, and then you got some supervisors. The kids are in there playing video games, having a blast.
Oh yeah.
Parents are there training, and then the kids are not going to want to leave. They're going to say, "Keep going for training." No, I'll
Yeah.
keep playing video games.
Yeah. There we go.
And,
That's
and,
not a bad
and
idea. I might have to look into that.
because that, like John was saying, you spread the cost of that throughout X amount of people, it's going to be pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. And if we can create a good time for the people who are training and a good time for the kids who are having to go, right?
Yep, yep.
Then we'd love to do that.
Well,
Yeah, I think
when we were at Tools, I met a guy named guy there. His name is Eric, and he had brought his family along as well. And then at the one point, we were sitting there eating dinner. I think it was when we were doing the final speech thing, and I said to him, I said, "Hey, where's your family?" "Oh, well, I wasn't sure if they could come and have dinner here." And I said, "I don't care what anyone else says. Call your wife, bring your kids and wife." And so he did. So they came down and they sat at the table with us, which I mean, the room wasn't full anyway,
No,
but
nowhere near
it
full.
was it was that situation there that made him think like he didn't know where his family fit into the whole function, right?
Right.
He didn't know if they were as welcome to sit at the same table as everyone else because they weren't there technically for the training. So doing something like this, then the family knows, the kids know where they are, where they belong, and what they're technically allowed to do, right? But like
Exactly.
say in this case here, had something like this been implemented, it'd been like, hey, okay, we're having our speech right now, and we got something here for the kids, that they can have something to do as well.
you guys are
I mean, we
definitely
were at
on
Hershey,
something.
there was always something to do, but
Right.
I mean,
Right. But we know what you're saying, Frank.
yeah,
Let know the whole family is invited to
yeah,
come. Just not you, but everybody you brought. Come on.
yeah,
There were a few families that were at Vision. I remember in the evening. I think what was the main hotel? Was it Sheraton?
Sheridan. Hmm.
Yeah. So one night when we got back from the go karting, went to the Sheraton with Cora Lee. We had a beer there, and
Uh-huh.
there was a couple people there that had their whole families there, and But
A
again,
lot of families make that their vacation.
yeah, but you never see many of them like when you're walking around the actual hallways and stuff. You don't
Uh-huh.
see many kids and stuff, but
Just
I
until the
think
expo fires off. That's when they all come in.
yeah, but I
Hmm.
think I think what you guys are talking about, there's definitely something there. I mean, it's a hell of a good idea.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
can be a
Well,
game
you heard
changer
it
for
first.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. Let's go.
And for some people that literally dreaming about going for training and they know the importance of it, but what's hindering them is obviously they need to make sure they've got care for their kids. And
Exactly.
I mean, if you can alleviate that, I mean, that could change people's
You just
career
opened up
path
some
and everything.
doors. Yep.
Yep.
And what a way for you to, especially as a shop owner, having children, if they're going to get into the business in the future, what a way to introduce them, bringing them
Yeah,
to the training event. So they're seeing the faces, they're getting used to the people. Maybe they're learning little things along the way as well. I think overall, there's no reason that this shouldn't happen. And I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner.
hmm well, I'll tell you, being my first time when we were at Tools, it was my first time ever to a training event like that, and I mean, all of it was overwhelming. So, like, had somebody brought me along over the years, or like you say, with the kids coming up now, and they understand the culture and they understand what's going on and they understand the
Yep.
people, it would make something like that just so much more seamless. So I think that, and even at Tools, I thought it was very family oriented. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously because it was a Hershey, right? But all in all, I think just the whole program was family oriented. It really seemed that way. So I think what you guys are going to do here will even expand on that and make that even more family friendly. It's not like I always thought of training like whenever you go to an automotive training or something like that. It's always just the men go, right. The men go to the training or whatever.
Yeah.
And I say men because it's a men dominated field, which there's a lot of
Right.
women that do an amazing job, but it's
Oh,
like and
Amazing
it's
women in auto care.
oh
yeah.
Golly.
yeah
I know you were
that
there,
was
John. I saw the
that
pictures.
Miss
that yeah
Doubtfire was there, baby.
oh, Margarita loved it. She felt really welcome there because of that, right?
Hmm.
And even though she's not a technician, but she just felt like she belonged there. And I think that
And she
having
did
something
belong
for the
there.
kids. Yeah, she did. And having something for the kids would be the same thing. Now they feel like they belong there too. They're not just tagging along. And if, like you say, if somebody uses it as their family vacation, well, then at least there's something more than just go sit in a hotel room while we're going to go do this training thing, right?
Oh
All you
yeah.
do is
Yeah.
hire some of those summer camp students. Say, hey, yeah, you want a job for 4 days? Pay you X amount of dollars, and you can take these kids and just build some kind of take one ballroom out of the hotel. And that'll just be the summer camp room, and bam.
The
Oh,
hotel has 5 training rooms. Okay. So we're going to utilize 4 of the training rooms for classes, and one of them will hold back just for this event that we're talking about for the kids.
that's great.
That's
Hmm.
awesome.
That's really nice.
Anise, what you were saying about students, you're not there yet, but high school students, in order for them to get their credits to graduate here in Ontario, they have to have. It used to be like 22 hours of community service, and you could do whatever. Like you could just go to somebody and say, "Hey, can I rake your lawn or whatever?" And as long as somebody would sign off, "Hey, they spent X amount of hours here, whatever, doing whatever," and this would be a perfect. I don't know if you guys have that down there in Texas, but if something like that, be like, "Hey, you guys need some community hours."
We
This is
need
a
something
perfect
like that.
example. Yeah, it's a really good program, and it really teaches kids to engage in the community, not just be like a leech on society, right? And be like, "Oh, hey, I've gone to school and I've done my whatever," but they actually have to engage, go out, talk to people, and learn. Like with this disconnect that everyone has because of social media disconnect, right? It
What a
really
great
helps people
idea.
engage
Yep.
personally. So, I mean, they started this years ago, like when I was in high school, or no, when my kids were. So, but that's still like, man,
I wonder if
10
Jeff
years ago,
Compton
15 years
remembers
ago.
doing his deal like that.
No, he's pretty old already too.
Yeah, he's old in the tooth. Yeah.
But I mean, look into your local high school. Maybe they have something like that. Maybe you could
Hmm.
utilize. I mean, if you can get students to
Well, the
volunteer
special
something like
needs
that, it'd be
kids, we
very.
have to have trained people.
That
Yeah.
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah,
They
Yeah.
have
but
to
for
be
the
licensed
rest
and
of
all
it,
that.
right?
But
Oh,
for the
absolutely.
general,
Yep.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like where you're going with for the general population.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think, there's just being open and honest, there's a level of fear too. I think the idea is to go with this company that has that extra training, but also they're going to have some type of insurance. And that's
Yes,
that's the
definitely.
concern, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I would love,
Uh,
John, they don't have community service that's required for, no, out
Not
here.
that I know
ah,
of anything like
there's
that, you
there's
know?
another thing for you guys to start.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
It's,
But
Depending on what's going on, like I don't want to. I have to be careful with my words, but depending on what the situation is with each child, depending if they're like neurodivergent or there's so many different factors. So to find that one company or group of people that's going to be able to take care of them, yeah, like you've got a little bit of work cut out for you unless you've kind of got something rolling, but it's a very particular set of skills that you're going to be searching for.
yeah,
correct.
But you're on the right track. Like this is
Your
awesome.
ratio may be 1-on-1 or 1-on-4. We got to know what the needs is
Yep. Yep.
that the child has before we can have the services rendered to take care
Definitely.
of the child while the parent is in class.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Like one.
And how many classes is the parent going to be taking? Is he going to be there for both days? Is he going to be there all day? So there's a
Some kind
lot
of
of
survey
things
or
that we
something
got to
got to send
iron
out.
on to make this thing happen.
Yep.
And it's going to be the first year anybody's tried to do it. So I'm sure we're going to have hiccups. But the great thing about it is we'll go with the hiccups and move on. It's not
If
going
you
to
never
destroy
try,
nobody.
you'll never know, and you'll never
It's
learn.
just a hiccup. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's cool. I was I was thinking the other day, Frank. It's probably a good thing that you went to your first event at Tools because I think if your first event would have been ASCA or Vision, I think you would have been uh, really kind of like,
No, he,
oh
he
my
wouldn't
god.
because I'd have been there and I took care of him.
That's
The
true.
first person I
But
I
seen when I
appreciate that.
pulled in the parking lot was Frank. He's
That's
sitting at the
right.
door. I said, "I've been waiting on you all day. Where you been?"
That's right. Yeah, and I helped you with the luggage, and off we went.
but,
Yeah.
I, but I'm saying visually, just going into a place where there's close to 4,000 people to 400, it's a bit daunting. Like that's how it was for me when I went last year.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, even this was overwhelming for a first. Like, I think it was set up really well if you had been there once before, right? Being there as a first time, there's a few things I didn't know how things operated and how things went and what was expected and when things was expected, right? Like, I didn't know that. Maybe I just didn't read the itinerary well, but like the breakfast every morning in front before each class type of deal. But all in all, it was really well set up. But you're right. If I would have been to like something like ASTA, something much bigger, I easily get overwhelmed, and I'm like, I would have probably just been like, I'm gonna go sit in the corner here, watch what everyone's doing, and then definitely not engaged as much as I did here.
So, are y'all going to ASTA? Are y'all going to do some podcasts at ASTA? What's happening? What's your plan?
I'm
You got
I'm
to get this into
actually
work today.
so I'm actually a member. I registered as a member last year. They had a sale on, so
Uh
I'm
huh.
actually a member of ASTA, and
I've been a member for
I'm
years. Yeah.
I'm I'm 100% planning on going.
Okay.
I'm just trying to work out a couple things. This time, I'm gonna try to bring my dad with me because I've always wanted to bring him with me to one of these events. We all work together, but it's just the dynamics. If I can find proper staff, I'm in the middle of trying to get another tech and my first service advisor. So if I have things kind of running somewhat smoothly, I'd rather not be, doing work orders in the middle of class like I did last year. So if I can get all my ducks in order, yeah, I mean, I'm down to go.
So,
Yeah,
Frank, let's hear
for us,
your
it's
excuses.
well. I've got good ones. Okay, listen, it's going to be a real stretch for us because 2 weekends before ASTA, we're at the cottage with the family.
Uh huh.
Then from the cottage, we're home one day. Then we're flying out to Alberta
Uh huh.
to spend a week in Alberta for my nephew's wedding.
Uh huh.
So that's the weekend before ASTA. Then we come home, and then if we go to ASTA, then we would be home for about 2 days, and then flying out to for
How
ASTA, and it'd be
cool!
like,
How
So you
how
don't
cool!
have
cool
much
would
of
that
a, you don't
be?
have much
Why
of
do you
an
want to be
excuse.
home when you can be in North Carolina? I mean, why? I don't understand.
It kind
You
of
know,
sounds like you have two vacations before that event, so you should be well
it sounds like you're
rested.
planning
I should.
perfect. It don't
Yeah,
sound like
right,
you got a
right.
problem.
Except if as a niece says too, right? Staffing and how busy the shop
You
is
have
be.
more
But I
staff
mean,
than I do.
we do,
He's calling you out. Calling
but
you out.
By far.
yeah,
So
I don't
you,
know.
I hear
It's
all
just
these excuses, but I haven't seen a reason why that you can't. Uh, y- Look at me, guys. I'm planning now to be there. I'm not saying if I don't have the staff. I'm not saying if I don't have this. I'm the only thing that's going to keep me from going from ASTA is my funeral.
oh
Okay?
boy.
That's the only thing. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to see my friends. I missed it last year because I went fishing. Okay? And I didn't go fishing on a local river. I went down to South America to go fishing. All right? I had the opportunity of a lifetime. But I'm not going to pull that stunt ever again. I'm not going to miss ASTA. I'm not going to. If I lose my whole crew, I'm gonna close my shop down. I'm going to ASTA. There'll be a shingle hung up out front. I'll be back come Monday.
It's like a no discussion thing for me. Like I'm 199% planning on going,
Yes.
and it's got to be like crazy thing, like insane things happening for me to miss it. Because again, Frank, like I told you, that's where everything changed for me, man.
Yep.
That
I'll tell
that
you. I'll tell you what. You guys come down here. Convince my
When?
wife.
I won't be
When,
real close to you.
next weekend. You can fly down next weekend. I'll take you out for wings. We'll talk about ASTA.
If I fly up there and go eat wings with you, you'll go to ASTA. Is that what I
You.
heard?
That's what you
Is
heard. Yep.
that what I heard? All right.
Yep.
All right. They need to tell me an airport I need to fly into.
You've
I'm
got
going to
two.
Alaska this weekend. I'll be back June the 3rd. I got a
Okay.
3-day training course about storytelling, okay? And then I'm going to Minnesota for Federated Insurance, okay? So I'm going
Wow.
to be like really close to you.
Wait,
And
you're
I
going to
leave there
Minnesota?
on Thursday. I just jump a plane and come right up to you.
Well, you could probably do a layover in Toronto while you're going to Alaska. Maybe.
I already got my flight set for Seattle.
John, you say you're going to Minnesota?
Yes.
Are you going to be checking out the Leering Center over there?
I don't know what I'm doing other than Federated Insurance is doing a program to help their insured people in the automotive industry understand your insurance and your loss. And I need to open up an email to tell you more about it, but I'll send it to you. Are either one of you guys with Federated Insurance? I don't know about Canada
They
with that.
they have federated insurance here in Canada, actually.
Uh-huh.
We are actually with them.
Okay. All right. Um, shoot you. I gave you my email, but I don't remember if I got yours. But I'll shoot you this flyer. Okay. It's June 16th through the 18th. And I'm opening up my email now because since we're talking about it, I might as well tell you about it. And let me find Jack's email he sent to me this morning. I'm almost there. One more right there. Open up the attachment. It's titled Jack's fishing trip, but that's not true. The agenda for this meeting is June the 16th to the 18th. It's only for the automotive industry, okay? It's Risk Management Academy. It's in Ottawa, Minnesota. All right? Minnesota. I hope I
Yeah.
said that right,
If you
okay?
would have said Ottawa, Canada, we'd be there because that's
Yeah,
only
we'd
like
be there in a heartbeat. Okay, so
yeah.
developing a risk management culture, learning the importance of risk management for your business, advantages of using federated drive safe telematics, elevating workers' compensation risk, focusing on business succession and employee retention. That's what it's going to be about for a couple of days. So I'm excited about going up there. I haven't seen Jack in a couple of years, so he's going to be there hosting this thing. 2.5 days of fun-filled, packed information
A
with
lot of
Federated
fun
Insurance.
travel coming up there, John.
Say again?
I said you got a lot of fun travel coming up there.
Oh, I do. Me and Rick was going to do a tour in North Carolina, but that got moved to December. And the week that he's doing it in December, I can't make it because I'm going hunting in Oklahoma with my buddy Jesse from Nebraska. We're going to a ranch in Oklahoma, one of his buddies owned. Anyway, y'all know me, hunting and fishing all the time. So, yeah, always going somewhere. So it looks like the month of July is the only thing I got going on is the Rick Live event with 180 Biz. Rick, and that's where the family of Rick White will ascend on a town, and we'll go to one of the members' shop, and we'll do a tour of the shop, and give the shop owner our feedback of what we think he could do to improve.
That's in Annapolis this year, right? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're actually planning on attending that.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. I'm excited. I get to see you again. See, I get to see you
Yeah.
in
Let's
June, and
go.
I get to see you in July, and then September I see you at ASTA.
That sounds like an exciting summer.
It's going to be a ball. I tell you, in August, in August, we're having a meet and greet. It's called the Michael Gunther Cookout. Y'all know Michael is Big Bird, okay? We have a cookout every year with the 180 Biz present and past family, okay? So if you ever were a member of the 180 Biz group, you're invited to come eat a hamburger and camp with us. We're going to be on the lake up there at Yanson, and we got cabins rented, and we're going to have a ball. The whole family's invited. This is going to be cool. So that's coming up in August. So it's like boom, 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 boom. We got something going on all the time now.
Oh my gosh. I won't even. If I attended all that, I wouldn't even have time to work anymore.
Yeah, you
But
wouldn't
I.
be have
That's
time to
the
go to
whole
that
point,
boy's
Frank, of having
wedding or
all these
whatever it
people
is.
working for you.
Oh no, that one's important. We got to go to the wedding.
Hmm.
Uh, well, that's. I
Yeah.
think it's great. At least to kind of have it on the docket, Frank, if it works out. I know
Now he's going
with
to get
with
it
the
on the
shop and
docket because I'm
everything.
coming up to see him in June. He said if I come up there, he's going to STA.
Well, you let me know when you're coming. I'll join
Okay.
both. I'll join all of you wherever you guys are meeting up. We'll all go for wings, and then we'll just shove it down their throats, and then we'll just make them click the button and buy the tickets, and away she goes.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. What about Apex and SEMA? You guys going to do that?
That's for I'd love to go,
Uh huh.
but un- unfortunately, it's just a bad month, November.
November the 1st is opening day of deer hunting season in Texas. You guys have no clue how big that is, okay? And I'm going to miss opening day of deer season in Texas. I'm
Wow.
going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada for SEMA and Apex. It starts on Tuesday and it goes till Friday. Now, Friday's not the day I want to be there because it's open to the general public. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, I'll be at Apex. I'll be walking the floor. I'll be doing podcasts with different people. They'll have the podcast booth up. It'll be a ball. Then Wednesday and Thursday, I'll make my way over to SEMA and I'll do some live interviews in the booth. You want me to come do a live interview with you? My Mr. Momoni outfit. I'll come do a live interview with you on all my gold and I'll pass out some gold, So I'm excited about that. Every one of these trade shows we've been talking about, Vision, ASTA, Apex, and SEMA, I shut my shop down. I take my whole shop to these events. I think
Wow.
it's I think it's 100% worth having your whole team.
If you
It's
can do it, it's
team
amazing. Yeah.
it's team building effect at these events for
Yep.
your team to build stronger together, make the connection together. And when you come back, the money you think you might have lost, you'll make it back tenfold. I promise. I have a 3% budget I put back of total sales every week for a training account. Okay. Training doesn't cost, it pays me, baby. I never drain that training account. It's always building, it's always going.
Yep.
Really?
Guys, I'm telling you, if 3% is not enough because your team's bigger than what mine is, you may need 5%. But at the end of the year, you got a nice little bonus for you. So you can go do some personal training. Personal training I'm doing this year is with the Storyteller Academy, JL Lawrence. So excited. And I go through that the first week of June. So
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that show.
I think at least, at least two training events a year for me is kind of where I'm keeping it as like a minimum.
Hmm.
But if I had time, geez, I'd love to go to three, four, five. I mean, I have the best time, and like you said, it doesn't cost; it pays.
It pays 100%. If you're thinking training, going to events is costing you money, you've got the wrong mental capacity. You're still thinking like you're broke. Okay, you got to change your mental attitude. You got to change the way you think. You got to get into the mindset that, hey, if I know how to fix something and I say it needs a flash, I know it needs a flash because I can prove it needs a flash. You got to have that set in your mind to where when you go to these events, you make the connection. So if somebody in Canada has a friend in Texas that needs fixing, they can call me and I can take care of it for them. That networking capabilities, when somebody calls and say, hey, I need somebody to help me with this problem, I can say, hey, I know a good guy named Brian Pollock up in New York. He can help you with that.
Nope. In his
Eh,
sleep.
I got a guy out in California, Oscar Gomez. He can talk to you about that. I know so many people by attending these deals, and it's because I've dedicated my life to attend these events. You know, and people think that it costs. Jim Morton tells you over and over again, folks, training don't cost. It pays. And I'm here to tell you, it pays well.
On top of the amazing training that you get at these events, I mean, it's second to none. You can't compare it to anywhere else, and that's why, like, we're coming from Canada to the U.S. to get the proper training,
Yeah, we
but
have we have limited come what you have.
very limited.
When
Exactly.
we
Yes, I've
when
heard
we
it.
were in yeah when we were in Pennsylvania, I actually sent our apprentice up to north of Toronto to Barrie for a 3 day training up there. But it was one class. It was just an electrical diagnostic class. It was 2 days actually,
Right.
and very very well put on class. Like Mark does an amazing job putting on these classes, but it's not like an event. It's not like this whole.
It's a class.
It's one class. It's one trainer. That's what he does for 2 days, right?
Right.
Um, and that's all we have around here. There really is nothing else like that. There's nothing like what you have in the U.S. Nothing here.
The difference is, you'll go to, I always go back to ASTA because that's my place. But you go to ASTA, you go to your classes to learn. You get out of class and you start learning some more because you're
Yeah,
talking to
very
this
much
person
so.
and that person, and you start, hey, oh, you were in my last class, and then you start getting to know these people, and you start shooting the breeze, and then in the evenings you might go out for a drink and you see them there, and you start talking, and they start talking shop, and there may be something that you've been dealing with at your shop that you are trying to figure out, how the hell do I fix this? And he's like, oh, that's easy, do this and this, and you're like,
Or what I've done for years is when I made that connection, found out what they were good at, and later on, a month later, 6 months later, I might pick up the phone and say, "Hey, make
yep.
that
Yep.
connection. I need that. I need that. Tell me if I need to flash this car or not. What do you think?" You know,
And I met a lot of people from ASTA and Vision that I can send a quick message, and even through this podcast, I've utilized some people that we met through here, and it's been handy.
have y'all heard who Check Engine Chuck is? Y'all know
Yeah,
him?
check engine
Okay,
truck. Yeah,
so he came to ASTA a year or so
yeah.
ago. You know, 2 years ago when I was there. And when he walked in, I recognized him right away. I said, "Hey, come here. I know you." And I picked a bunch of the social media guys out that came in, and I said, "Let me take you around, introduce you to everybody." And I introduced him to a bunch of folks. He made some really good connections. So I didn't think nothing of it. I just kind of let it go, you know. And a couple months ago, I had an ABS module that I needed programmed, and I couldn't find anybody programming. I said, "Well, I just message him. Maybe he'll know something." So I messaged him, and he replied back with his phone number. He said, "John, call me. I want to talk to you about this." That's the kind of connection you make with people. You know, I just over and over again that type of connection with somebody that would take the time to help and make sure you're going in the right direction. That was just awesome to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, you'll find tons and tons and tons of people like that at these events, and like I said, that some of the heavy duty training happens outside of the actual class,
A lot of it does. Yes, you're
and
right.
and
So the
and the
social
other,
gathering place at Vision is in the bar. Okay. So the social gathering place at Tools was in the bar. We all gathered in there drinking and eating and having a good time. And the new place at ASTA, and I say the new place, the last time I was there was a hotel. We're having a convention center last year, and this year it's going to be the convention center. And the pictures I've seen so far of the social place is back at the bar. So,
I
and you don't have to drink alcohol. Don't
no,
don't think that you have to drink alcohol. There's plenty of people drink water, tea, and Coke. Okay, but that's the social gathering place to make your network connections, to learn something new. It's better. It's almost as good as the classroom
yep.
without a screen.
And you'll get people that'll put you in your place if they know that you're doing something that's wrong. They're gonna be like, dude, this is wrong. Don't do it this way. This is the right way, and this is why. And I've done it for this many years. And
They're not putting you down. It's
yep,
constructive criticism, and they're helping.
but they want you to succeed. That's the difference.
Yes, it's
It's
it's a
not like
passion for to use to succeed. Yes, I
you're
agree
not
with you
getting
100%.
people that have like an ulterior motive, like, oh, I'm not going to give them my secrets about this because they're competition. There's freaking tens of
If
thousands
you
of
spend
shops.
the money and you take the time and you come to training, every one of the top people, trainers, technicians, whatever,
Yep.
every one of them, I don't know one of them. If you spend the money, time, and effort to go to these events, they will stop and help you no matter what time of day it is and you get a hold of them.
And you have access to them. And these are people that these are some heavy hitter people that you have access to, whether it's for a few minutes or you could be having a beer with them for a couple hours or a soft drink with them at the bar later and in the hallways.
Yeah.
I mean, you have access to these people,
And
Uh,
and it's
not
amazing.
only that, but listen, the great thing about it, if you even interested in being on a podcast with some of these great people, all you got to do is message them. Say, "Hey, I want to come on your podcast, talk about something." What a great opportunity to spread your word and share your message. Get on some of these podcasts.
yeah. we had the opportunity of recording with Jeff while we were at Tools.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
seen
not
that.
sure when that's coming out, but he said he couldn't. He was so excited that Margarita and I were both there because I was on Jeff's podcast a while back,
Yeah,
probably a year ago,
I
and
remember that.
he said I want the two of you. You guys got an amazing story. I want to interview both of you. So we got to
I
do
can't
that.
wait for it to drop. I really
Yeah, I have
can't.
no
I'm
idea
so
when it's coming
excited.
out, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good.
What an
Back
John,
to it.
awesome podcast, though. That
Yep.
guy has such a cool podcast, The Jaded Mechanic. There's
Yep.
so much information about the automotive industry, not just from Canada, but from the world.
Yep.
You
yeah,
know, I love that podcast. I really do.
he's done a great job. I mean, the guest he has and his demeanor and everything, and he tries to stay somewhat neutral on certain topics if he can, but you know, he does a
Somewhat,
very
I like that. Somewhat neutral.
well. There's like with Jeff, like he's got his own feelings on certain topics, and he stands right on them. But on some of them, you'll always hear him say on when it comes to politics, he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm just staying on this other
I
side
just
for
sit
this.
over here in the corner and watch.
But no, like what he's done in the time that he's been doing podcasting, he's really done a fantastic job.
I like the podcast I did with Mike Allen, Confession of Shop Owners. Me
I,
and Big Bird was in there, and
yeah,
Jeff was in there,
I heard
and
that
we just
one.
hijacked and went straight down the fishing road.
Yeah, I actually recorded with Mike when I was at Vision, so my episode just released I think like a week ago.
It did a week ago, yeah.
So yeah, I
Mhm.
had a lot of fun with him. He's a good guy.
Golly, this is good. I love this. It's a lot of great topic tonight, man.
It really
So
is.
The main topic, like from this podcast that whoever's listening, whether you're a service advisor, whether you're a technician, whether you're a shop owner, whether you're just a big fan of Buckaroo Bob, which everyone is. I mean, you know, the main thing is training. You can put a price on it, and even if you only have time in a year to just go to one event, whether it's a Texas two-step, which the way things are going, and I've seen a lot of good feedback. That's definitely one that if you're in the area, definitely don't miss it. If you're not in the area, try to make it because from what I saw from the last one, it was great. So whatever event you can make, whether it's that one, ASTA, Vision, Tools, I think it's a high priority in your life. You should make it a very high priority in your life, in your business, to make at least 1 to 2 trainings a year, whether it's for a few days or you're going to one of these ones that are for 4 or 5 days. I mean, it's gonna change everything for you.
and when you say everything, the best thing it's going to do for you is it's going to change your pocketbook.
Pocketbook and also John, it can change your mental well-being because
Yes.
you may think that what you're doing is right, but you're like, well, I'm doing all this, but I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor here. It's not working. You go to these events, maybe you go to 2 events, you're like, okay, well, this is what was going on. Now I'm doing this. Oh, okay. This is what I was doing wrong. And holy crap, I can afford to buy this tool. Or I can afford
Yes.
to go to the next training because I've got the right tools in place. I've talked to the right people. John Firm smacked me upside my head and made me understand that this is wrong. And you gotta have friends in this industry. You've got to have acquaintances. You got to have the drive to train. You got to have the drive to meet people and actually make the change, not only in the industry, but make the damn change in yourself.
And
Because
Amen.
meeting the
Changing
people.
yourself. That's
because
important.
because none
Yep.
of us are perfect. We all
No.
have to be lifelong learners, and
Amen.
you'll hear Josh Parnell say that every single day.
My
Is that
And
you
buddy
got to
meet
be
Josh Parnell, limited
lifelong.
leadership. Yes,
He,
limitless
I love
and,
that
leadership.
and
guy. He's awesome.
And that
meet
guy,
meet
what's his name? Brett? That guy?
Brett
What a
Bettler.
cool dude.
I got to meet him as well in Kansas. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, he's
meeting
awesome.
new people and networking is that's like one of the key things for sure for this place or for any of these events.
Yes.
That's a journey that I put myself on this year. I said that I need to network more. I need to know more people, and doing this podcast has been an amazing journey in that. going to tools was an amazing. Like I've networked with more people in the last year than I've done in the last 20 years of my
How
career.
cool. And then you
But it,
just started coaching with Rick White, 180 Biz,
yep, that's
you
right.
know.
Yeah,
So
and so that's going to
your
put a
world is
lot
gonna,
more into our corner.
oh my gosh, it's gonna
Oh
be so
yeah,
And
with
good.
Rick, he's an awesome guy. Like I
Hmm.
really had good car. I took his class, and in fact, at Vision as well, and he's a
yeah,
super nice guy.
Yes, he is. He's true. He's true, and he means very. Okay. So his heart and his passion are for you to succeed. He'll stop everything he's doing to try to help anybody. It's just amazing to be around this guy and the
Yeah,
love and compassion he has for our industry to help. To literally help at no charge. He's not interested in money. He's interested in you being successful. Number one thing in Rick White's world. And it's just, I love him as being my personal friend, and he's also my coach.
yeah, he's a very nice guy. Every time I've talked to him, I've messaged him online. I met him at Vision and took his class, and we chatted a bit after and everything.
You
You know,
need to get
he's
him on here for podcasts.
love to. Yeah, I'm actually gonna
working
be
on it.
reaching out to him.
Working on it? Oh my
Yep.
gosh. So, two of the number one things that Rick ism is, Frank, working on it and later. I'm doing it. It's happening. I'm making it mine. Okay.
Yep.
I think now that you've joined Frank, yeah, I think John's right. Your world's gonna change because I mean
Yeah,
he's a hell of a good coach.
So Super
that was our
Saturday's
plan.
coming up November what 14th or something like that, and that's going to be in Pennsylvania, held by Mid Atlantic Auto Care Alliance. Are you guys planning on being at that one? That's a real close one to y'all.
I can't step out of the shop in November. Period.
How come? Because it's snow and ice, or what?
Winter tire season.
Uh
It
huh.
probably it would literally be detrimental to the business to leave in November.
Yeah, that's peak winter tire season. I guess you guys don't understand that down in Texas what winter
Not at
tire
all.
season is.
No. I
No.
just
Yeah.
signed up with Langcar today to for another separate part of my business. Okay, I've used Langcar for years, and that's one of their categories is just for tires, seasonal tire stuff. So tire storage and tire this and tire that. The things I don't know about here in Texas because I'm not storing your damn tires and I'm not holding on to none of that junk for you.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
just don't understand it. You're right.
Here, I
Tire
I'm
mean,
not
storage is
interested either.
very lucrative around here for sure.
very well, like
Yep.
we'd probably go through like last November we were over 450 cars in the month that came through the doors
You're putting
and
them on for people? Is that all you're doing? Just bolting
uh,
them up?
selling tires, installing,
Hmm.
balancing, and then obviously we're getting the cars up in the air, inspections, and we
Hmm.
got brakes, suspension, all kinds of stuff going on. So
And there's no
that's
way to space that out and schedule it out to
oh
another.
no
It
no
has to
no,
happen in
it's
November.
November. As soon as some snowflakes start, people start freaking out, and they're
Yeah.
like, the Armageddon of snow is going to come tomorrow,
Uh huh.
so
Has
they
to
need to
happen.
come in today,
Yeah.
and
So just as
it's
soon as they get their
we're
tires on, they go buy all the bread and milk at the grocery store. Then.
pretty much
Yeah.
yeah
There
we're
there is ways you can schedule. Sorry, go ahead, Don.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, have you tried shooting out emails in October as reminders to be like, "Hey, don't forget"? And do you see anybody coming in, or they're just like they don't do it till they have to?
They don't do it till
October,
they have to.
yeah, October. We store a ton, over 400 somewhat sets of tires. So
Yeah.
we're we're literally October and November slammed like 20 to 25 cars a day.
There is some shops that will be scheduling stuff like that, and we've had customers come to us because they're like, "Oh, the local Canadian Tire." Oh, John went offline.
He had
The
blown his
local.
nose.
Oh, there you go.
No,
That's newsworthy. Keep it on there. Um, but they'll be like, "Oh, we like." Let's say it's November, and they say, "Oh, we're booked up until January." Okay, well, is not going to wait till January to put their snow tires on. Like that's just ridiculous.
yeah,
But Dom, what you were saying about it, scheduling ahead of time, we did that this year with annual safety checks. We have a couple of fleets that we do um, inspections on their trucks and trailers every year. And so Margarita, what she did is she's like everyone comes always in. It's like February when everyone's like, "Hey, I want it done now," because it's right in between either the snow season or the summer season of lawn care stuff like that, right? So she's like, "Okay, we've got three main companies that we deal with." She's like, "I'm going to call them." It's the first company, we're going to book you for this month. The next company, we're going to book you for this month and like this month. So she spread it out. And that way it wasn't like everyone come at one time. And then we
Yep.
were able to do everything else. And she just came up with that all on her own. Like, I'm like, I, I had never really thought about doing that. And she's like, there's no way we can handle this influx of work all at one time. I'm going to do this. I'm like, you know what? That's an amazing thing. She did an awesome job scheduling it. It worked out really well because that way we were busy when it normally would have been slow, and then we were able to get everyone through and no rush, and it worked out well. So doing
I'm gonna
stuff like
give
that
you a
is
tip,
amazing.
Frank. Okay. Now that
Don't let
you're,
go of my wife because she's amazing.
oh
Okay,
man, I'm telling you, I don't
all
think
right.
I need to tell you that one.
No, I know
But
that one. Yep,
that little scenario you just went through, she made that up on her own. She figured that out on her own.
yep.
In the 180 Biz open office hours, okay, you weren't in there today because I was there looking for you. Okay, but
We
those are
we
the,
were we were on a date doing mini golf.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I
Is that
love
what
it.
they call it,
So
Frank?
that's what they
those
call it.
are the meetings you want to come in and just listen sometimes.
Yep,
If you don't have nothing to talk about or anything, listen to some of the ideas that float around in there that go on and take place in open office hours. You won't regret it, I promise you. I try not to miss any of them, but in my schedule, like you, I get the opportunity to go play mini golf. I'm going to go play golf, you know.
yep,
But make a point to jump in those open office hours and just take a watch for a little bit.
yeah,
Sit in there
yeah.
for
We're
an
gonna
hour
we're gonna
and
need to
pick
do
up
that.
something like that to increase your business. That's what you're paying that subscription for every month is to increase your business. Get in that open office hours and listen to what other people are beating their head against the wall on.
Yep.
Today's topic was military discounts. How can I afford to give a military discount?
Okay.
And Eric Bach, my coach, took time to explain how to work the military discounts with the military people, the disabled, the veterans. Everybody can get a discount on their services. And
Okay.
you come out the winner, not the loser, by giving that discount.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
that's just one thing that you can pick up on them open office hours.
Hmm.
And I didn't even have a topic. I just went there and listened. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. Just wanted to share
Yeah.
that with you. I don't know if that needs to get in the podcast or not, but hey, if you're
Everything we
interested
say
in
stays in the
coaching,
podcast.
180 Biz has got the program.
We don't cut anything in here. It's all
Y'all
No,
don't.
everything is
Oh,
free flowing
I
and
cut so much. When me and him sit down to do our podcast, yeah, I cut so much. Him picking his nose or
I'm learning to turn the camera off.
oh
it's all
man, that's
good.
funny.
I picked up the glass to take a drink a minute ago and the ice rattled. I said, I'm sure glad I pushed that on mute and then I didn't.
Oh, that's funny. Oh
Mm.
man.
I've had a
Well,
sinus infection for 2 weeks down here and I've taken medicine for it and I'm about over it, but I still have the drainage going on, but I don't have the pressure and all that.
now
So,
you need the Canadian
That's
air,
rough.
John. That fixes everything. So when you come here in June, you
uh-huh,
get some of that Canadian air. That'll fix everything for
the
you.
That
Canadian air.
humidity will knock it right back in there. No, you do not want that. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm worried about this Alaska trip. The humidity is
Well,
going to
no,
be so high.
you're far enough north. You're fine. Alaska's
Hmm.
fine.
Okay, cool,
No,
cool, cool.
Oh man, John and Don, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know you both are very busy, but really appreciate you guys taking the time to sit down with us. Uh, Definitely, I think this is something we should do again for sure.
oh
I
yeah,
love it that you're wrapping up, but you really never got to introduce me. And I don't want to walk away with people
everybody
wondering,
knows who you
But
are.
if
no,
somebody
everybody don't
doesn't
know who I
know
am.
who John from Buckaroo Buck and Bob is, then they may as well just unsubscribe at this point.
You think?
what?
Okay,
What?
let's
I
not
thought you were
talk.
gonna wear your gold chain and all that to the.
I was thinking about it,
By the way, John, my kids have. I got that pair of sunglasses, the dollar
Yeah,
signs. So my kids have it in their room. It
I
cracks me
love
up
it.
every time I walk by it.
I
So
went and bought 4 boxes of that stuff, so when I went to Tools, I just passed a bunch of it out. The kids love it.
so we're gonna do
Yeah.
things backwards.
Uh-huh.
John, introduce yourself.
Hey, folks, John Firm Automotive in Fort Worth, Texas. I've been in business for 38 years. I go to the shop just about every day. That could be a lie. I go at least once a week probably, And when I go, they want me out of there. They don't want me there. I just love my shop. I love my employees. I love being there. They love me, but they really like me going more than I'm there. But hey, I go to all the events and I go as Mr. More Money, folks. I love promoting the automotive industry. I love promoting these shows, and that's why I asked if we could talk about them tonight. So we could talk about all these great opportunities in the automotive industry and what is going on around America. We have so much training that you can attend in America, East Coast, West Coast, Central. There's something big going on out in California right now. Oh, Jimmy Purdy with the Gearbox podcast. He was telling me about it this week. What's going on out there this weekend with some training stuff? Folks, there's training going on all over America. Get involved, be involved. If you need to know what's going on, Buckaroo Buck and Bob on Facebook page, send me a message. I can help you get to going to where you need to be. You need to end on the ASTA, let me know. I can hook you up, folks. Tonight, a guy out of Oregon contacted me. His name is Sonny Morano. He wants to go to ASTA. I said, Sonny, don't let anything stop you from going. He said, dude, I can do the flight. I can get the hotel. I just can't afford the ASTA show. I said, Sonny, I got you covered. I'm going to sponsor Sonny at the ASTA show this year. So
Wow,
I'm excited. I got my person. I'm
that's amazing.
challenging each and every one of you folks to find your person that you can sponsor for the ASTA training event. Get you somebody, pay their way to the trade show, let them fly in on their own dollar, but you pay their way into the training and event. They'll never miss it again, I promise.
That's amazing.
There's my
That's
John,
awesome.
introduction. That was 6 minutes worth of talk.
There
John,
you go.
I want to make sure we get your proper introduction as well, since yeah, we did miss a lot.
Yeah, maybe should have started with me. How do I follow that up? What a good speech.
The
Uh,
executive director of AST.
He's got a teleprompter right in front of him. He's got it all written down, right, John?
yeah,
Well, he,
and
pro- he probably
this.
used AI.
I was about to say
I
it
got it
might
on
be
this
AI.
notepad.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. And what different personalities that John and I have. John is very outgoing. He is a people's people. He recharges by being around people.
Imagine
And
that.
man, if I could just stay in my room all day and live here, I would be happy. I'd be happy. But I'm learning to come out of my shell. My name is Dawn. I am the great niece of Buckaroo Buck and Bob. Yes, if you see me out with him, stop by, say hi. And before you do so, I already know you're sorry that I'm related to him. I get it every time from everybody. I'm surviving. He pays me, so it works out beautifully. I am brand new to the automotive industry. I come from home inspections. There's some similarities there, some differences, but I am honestly really loving the community in the automotive world. We didn't have that in the home inspection community. Everybody was your competition.
hmm
So it's nice to see everybody coming together and lifting each other up because it I know it's corny to say, but it is like a big family. Everybody cares for each other. Unless you're the people that aren't going to training, that's usually who you don't want to be around anyway,
The
right?
outsiders.
We don't know him anyway.
Yeah. They don't have any interest in making this community better, and it sucks. Hopefully they come around to it. But yeah, new to the automotive industry. I work with Texas two-step training. We talked about that. John and I do mileage may vary, which we need to get y'all on there. And what else
How do
we
they
got?
find that podcast? If you want to put a little plug in there for that.
Yeah, you can go on the website mmvpod.com. That's M as in Mary, M as in Mary, V as in Victor, pod.com. Or you can go to Facebook, Mileage May Vary, or YouTube, Mileage May Vary as well on there. But basically, the gist of that, I'm new. I don't have a lot of mileage in the automotive industry. John is, man, don't want to say old. This
High
is where
mileage.
AI, high mileage.
High
There
mileage.
we go.
Full
So
synthetic. Full synthetic.
Well
yeah,
experienced.
A
there we
lot
go.
of bumps.
Classic model. There we go. That's automotive, right? But
Yep.
yeah, we just kind of talk about different personalities and views on things and try to make the automotive world a better place than we found it.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
This is a complete backwards kind of episode. Introduced you guys probably last, but hey, you know what? I like recording it on the cuff, and this is kind of more fun this way. So
It
if they
is.
really want to know who you both
Is that
were, you
margarita?
gotta wait till the end.
She's
Yeah.
sneaking by. She's been doing laundry. Yep. John says hi. She says hi back.
Glad I heard her.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Just hang on the line here, but I do appreciate you guys taking the time to speak with us tonight.
Thank you
And
for this
Thanks for having
opportunity.
Happy to have you guys.
And all the listeners, please find us on Facebook at the Shop and Tread Talk podcast, and leave us a message or comment and follow. Thank you.